Yeah, hey there, Paul Wilson here from freedomtraderpro.com. Now, if you want to find out how you can get plugged into our live trading sessions and get access to one of our team indicators, head over there and it tells you exactly how you can do that. But for this video, I want to show you our 25 for life, our 25 to life system using the Harmonic Scanner. And I'm going to show you exactly how to set up the harmonics. I'm going to show you how you can put those on the chart in conjunction with the Harmonic Scanner from IM Academy and actually get results using this strategy, if you like. So now IM Academy is basically a Forex trading company, Forex training company to trade Forex. Okay, now I'm going to show you in this video one of their tools. This is just one of their tools that they give us as part of being a member, and I'm going to show you how you can use it to make profits using the Forex market. So as I say, I'm logged into the Harmonic Scanner. If you're a member of IM Academy, you can head over to harmonics.im and log in there. Now I've just come down to the bottom of this one, GBP USD. These are 15-minute time frames, and I'm just going to show you how easy it is. I'm just going to zoom in here a little bit so that you can see. Now the 25 to live system is basically looking at a series of 5 candles. So on this D point, it might be at the top or the bottom of the scan. You find the highest candle and you find the 2 candles either side of that, and you draw a Fibonacci retracement on there. Now I'm just going to show you how to do that. If you come down here, click on this pitchfork icon here, come down to Fib retracement. We're going to go from the highest candle of the D point, including the wick, down to, you want to come down two candles. In fact, I'm going to show you a slightly different way to do this to begin with. Let me just come off there because I need to change those fibs in a second as well. Now let's get a horizontal ray. So we've got the highest point here. 2 candles to the left is this blue one. So this is the first candle, this is the second candle, and we come down to the bottom of that candle, not including the wick. So I'm going to put this on here, I'm going to make it slightly thicker so that you can see. And then we're going to do the same. So this is the highest candle, 2 candles to the right, and that's our lowest point, 2 candles to the right, and this is our lowest point, 2 candles to the left. So this is the one we want to go for. You want the highest or lowest point depending on if it's a buy or a sell. So what we want to do is grab the Fibonacci's. We're going to go from the top of this D point, including the wick, down to here, down to this lowest point here. Now I'm just going to change the settings on this for you, because actually what we want, just going to take off everything. We want the 0.25, the 0, 0.25 and the 1. I think that's pretty much all we're going to need. Let me just take all these other ones off. Okay, I'm going to change the colors on this. Just come back on here, change the colors of this here. Take the background off. I just like to be able to have, right. So here we are. Okay, now there's one other thing I just want to do actually. I want to extend the lines so they go right across the screen. And I'm going to make the lines a little bit fatter. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to change that one to black, this one to black, and the 0.25 I'm going to leave as red, and you'll see why in a second. So the 25 to life system, let me just take these other lines off so that we can see here. Right, so they're all gone. What we're waiting for is the break of this bottom line and then a retest of the red line, then we can sell. Okay, so we want a close of body below the 0 line. It's going to retrace back to 25% and sell. So if we look here, If we just zoom in here a little bit, you can see that this one closed below the line. And what happens when it closes below the line, you can wait. You can either set a sell limit, which is basically going to sell it when it gets to this line. You can sit and watch it. You can put an alert on it, whatever you want to do. So it's broken below the line, retest to the 25%, sell at this point. If you wanted to be a little bit more, in this instance, you wanted to see a little bit more of body close below, literally tap that 25 to the pip, and it's dropped all the way down here. Now this is quite a big scan. If we're just going to come down, just for argument's sake, from there to there, that's a 98 pip move. So as you can see, that would have been a winner. Let's come on to CAD JPY. And let's do this similar thing. So we're going from the highest candle is actually this red one here, by the looks of it. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it's just about higher. So we go from the highest, 2 to the left is this blue one, 2 to the right is this red one over here. So it's this blue one's the one we want. Okay. So again, we're waiting for break of this line, which we've broken, set a sell limit here. And again, that would have got us in the trade at that point. And that's a 43 pip move roughly. Okay, so that would have been another winner. Let's go on to the next one. Just zoom in here a little bit so we can see what's going on. So this red candle here is our high point. So there's the high. 2, let me just get rid of that one. 2 to the right gives us this red one. 2 to the left is this red one here. It's slightly higher. So this is the one we want roughly there. Okay. Now normally, I haven't drawn the stop loss on, but normally the stop loss is going to be a little bit higher than here. So this one broke, retested, got into a little bit of drawdown, to be fair. Here, depending on where your stop loss is, that may or may not have won. But if you did manage to stay in it, you know, as you can see, you've got a nice move there. Let's just have a look. It would have got in on the red line all the way down here. That's 89 pips. Okay, so you can see that's a nice move there, just depending on what you've got your stop loss set at. Okay, next one. These are all 15-minute scans. I mean, personally, I tend to like the hour, the 4 hour, and the daily, just because you know, you kind of haven't got to worry about looking at it so much. Let's just look at this one here. Zoom in. This blue one is just about our highest candle. So we've got the wick. 2 to the left takes us to this blue one. 2 to the right takes us to this one here. So this is the one we want. Again, you come down here. You've broken below the 0 line. You would have sat in this for a little while, for a couple of hours, but you can see it got nowhere near our stop loss, which would be up here somewhere. And again, in at the red line, or you know, you'd basically be back in the trade here and run it down there. 66 pips. Take you 13 hours to get there, but it did win that trade. Okay, next one. As you can see, this has got a very, very high win rate, this strategy. So we're going to do this one here. This is our peak. 1, 2 to the left brings us here. 1, 2 to the right. I'm not actually that keen on this scan because these two candles here don't drop away from this high. But let's just see if it wins. Put the rules in place. 1, 2. Let me just count that down. 1, 2. Basically gonna be there. So this is our high. 1, 2 to the left. As you can see here, it closed below. It never came back. Retested the red line. So it wouldn't have won because you wouldn't have got in the trade in that instance. So you wouldn't have lost any money because it didn't win. This one, as you can see, is a failed scan, so you'd have never got in there. Again, let's have a look at this one. There's our D point. Right, this is playing me up here a little bit. Right, let's just find this one. Let's get rid of these scans a second because CAD. Let's just refresh this a second. CAD, which was this one. Now this is quite a big candle. We might run into problems with this one, but by the looks of it, it's probably never going to get into the trade. Right, fib retracement. Got a feeling that's messed me up on the fibs again. Let me just quickly go in and change these. 1 second. It's because I've refreshed it. Normally I use TradingView, but I wanted to show this so that you can basically just so that I can show you what's going on. Right, let's make these lines bigger. That one I want. That one I don't need. Extend line, background. Okay, let's see where we're at. Right. So there's the D point. 1, 2. So there's our lowest candle. It never actually broke below here. So again, that would have been a failed scan because you'd never got in the trade. One more. I'm just going to run this one for you. I might do a couple more. I might do a couple on the hour time frame just to show you in a second. Right, this is the D. Again, don't really like this one because this one is higher than the D point. But let's just draw it up and see. So you got, that's the high point. Let's just get rid of that a second. Sometimes it just does crazy things. Right, D point. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's where we're at. Again, it never broke. It never closed below this 0 line, so you wouldn't have got into the trade. So I don't think we've actually lost any on the 15-minute. There's a few that you wouldn't have got entries on, but you wouldn't have lost the trades. One may have hit your stop loss, but depending on where your stop loss is. Now let's have a just come back to the hour chart. I'm going to come down to these, the older ones, just because they've already played out, and we can see, we can basically back test them and actually see if they would have won. Let's just extend this open a bit further so you guys can see. Right, so come down here. This red one is our lowest point. So 1, 2 to our high point is there. 1, 2 is there. So our highest point is here. Okay. So as you can see, this candle here closed above this 0 line. It came back, retested the 25, a little bit of drawdown all the way back to here. But if we extend this scan over just so you can see, it's actually, as you can see there, it's really good profits on this scan and it's still going up. If we'd have taken that, got in at the 25 line, which is there, all the way up there, that's 145 pips on an hour scan. Let's have another look. Ord NZD. Right, so we'll do the same on this one. This red one is our high point. Again, the one before is kind of going down as well. So let's just see if it pans out just for the sake of the strategy. So high point on the D, 1, 2, which takes us down to here. So as you can see, 1, 2, this is the lowest point. It didn't close below until here. Didn't quite retest that 25%, so you wouldn't have gotten that trade. You would have missed this move, but it wouldn't have been a losing trade. So last one I'm going to show you on the hour scan. So this D is just, this blue candle here is just a little bit higher, I think. So we've got there, 1, 2. Okay. So this is the high, 1, 2 candles to the left, 2 candles to the right is up here somewhere. So it's roughly there. Break of structure here doesn't actually get round to retesting that 25. So again, you wouldn't have entered. Wasn't a losing trade, it just didn't trigger. As you can see, this one just went up. Wouldn't have got in there because it's a failed scan. Let's say you're not going to hit every one of these, but you know these ones that just keep going up, you're never going to get an entry on them because it's never going to come below and break structure in order for you to get back in. So you're not going to win every single trade. Some of them aren't even going to trigger, like this one, but the ones that do trigger, quite often there's some really good profits in those trades. So that was a failure. This one kept going up. This one here kept going up. This one here. Right, this is the last one we're going to do. Let's zoom in. So D point is here, is the highest. 1, 2 to the left is down here. 1, 2 to the right is up here. So our low point is from there to there. Break structure here. Closed below the 0 point, but it didn't actually hit our 25% in order to trigger the trade. Now, if you sit in this, if you waited, this will probably come up here, hit the 25%, and then have another drop. But in this instance, yet it hasn't triggered. Let's just do one more that may have triggered. This one looks like it may have triggered. Let's just have a quick look. So this is our low point. Let's grab that. Our low point is here. 1, 2 is there. 1, 2 is down here. So this is our high point up there. So let's take the fibs. Start on the D point. 1, 2. There we go. So it's just about 1, 2. Yeah, that's on the body of the candle. Just about broken structure here. Closed above the 0 line. Retested the 25%, and just trying to move it down so you guys can see it. And it would have got into the trade here, tiny bit of drawdown, 19 pips, and then a 241 pip move, all off the hour chart, all using the Harmonic Scanner. So if you want to find out more about this, find out how you can get involved in our live trading sessions, head over to freedomtraderpro.com. There's a video on there that'll explain exactly how you can get involved with our live tradings, get a free 7-day trial so that you can suss this out and actually test this for yourself and see us actually get results live using this. So head over to freedomtraderpro.com and I will see you guys in another video real soon. Take care.